Welcome back. Following up on Friday's deadly plane crash where the NTSB says it could take days to figure out the cause of the accident.
The medical examiner is expected to release the names of the victims today after the cause of death for all 11 victims listed as multiple blunt force injuries. Dallas Ontiveros joins us live from Mokuleia with more. Good morning, Dallas.
Good morning, Christina and Kelly. And like you mentioned, it could take days, according to the National Transportation Safety Board, to really just gather enough details to find out what caused the accident in the first place. Now, as of Friday, there has been a total count of people who have passed now has gone up to 11, with more than half being employees with the Oahu Parachute Center Skydive. But what is really developing is the aircraft's history in this accident and the close call it had back in 2016 in the San Francisco area. Now, according to reports, the pilot lost control of the twin-engine Beechcraft when it had 14 passengers on board and had to make an emergency evacuation. Now, over the weekend, we had to follow up with that incident. We asked the National Transportation Board Safety about the plane's history and if it had any factor to do with this accident. And also, a former pilot shares with us in what could have went wrong.
The aircraft itself is outfitted for 13 people. Weight and balance has a factor in the safety of these operations, and that is something we'll be looking at as part of this investigation.
He was going down the runway, got his takeoff speed, pulled back, and very shortly after he lost the power of the left engine. You're low and you're slow, and you're full of fuel and heavy. And if you do lose an engine on, say, the left wing, the aircraft is going to turn hard that way.
Now, details are still developing, and the preliminary report could take up to 2 weeks, but the final report could take up to 2 years. Now, if you come over here to the scene of the accident, you can see a little memorial has been set up. You can see that there are 11 roses representing the different people who lost their lives in this accident, and also this jersey right here with the letters OPC, which stands for Oahu Parachute Center, and different names that are on this jersey that say "in loving memory" with the message "Fly Free Brothers." Now, one name that stood out to me was the name Larry. Larry was someone who was based in Ohio, who loved to skydive. He did more than 3,000 jumps. He was a father. He was a U.S. veteran. And these are still details that are developing that really just show who these people are. So as soon as the medical examiner releases more identities, we will keep you posted on our website at KHON2.com or on our later newscast. But reporting from the Dillingham Airfield until then, Dallas Ontiveros, sending back to you, Christine and Kelly, with more.
Thank you, Dallas. Meanwhile, the victims' identities have not been released. We spoke to a Kauai family who says their son was on that plane.
Jordan Tahara was born on Maui and raised on Kauai. The 23-year-old was just getting his life started and decided he wanted to be a skydiving videographer.
His mother says she called him Friday afternoon, and when they heard about the crash, they didn't think anything of it until they heard it was the Oahu Parachute Center. That's when they contacted the company.
It just broke us apart as a family. Just my youngest son, and a guy full of life, just bought his new truck, and he was all excited about his future in skydiving. We couldn't get him to stop. We tried.
Love outdoors. He just loved people.
The Navy also confirmed one of their sailors was on board the flight, but will not release the name until 24 hours after the family has been notified. Stay with KHON2 as we continue to bring you the latest updates on the deadly crash, both on air and online at KHON2.com.